My part of the show is all about social media marketing. So I will just give that page a plug again. We are Lunch with the KGB and you will find us on Facebook. We have set up the page. I'm hoping that people will engage with us in the weeks that we're not actually on air, as well as during on-air time. So we do keep that Facebook page going live as a feed. So if you do have any questions, we can try and answer those during the show for you as well. But like Carolyn said, we do aim to help you troubleshoot through your business. So please get onto that Lunch with the KGB and post anything that you want to talk about on there and we'll aim to help. Now, getting further onto social media, last time I talked about how it can be a positive and a negative for a small business. More than negative is the way that it can be time consuming, but it is a really integral part of business, whether it's a retail sector, hospitality, or you're just an online business. And that is because social media is huge these days and there are social media conversations going on all the time around us. It's not just Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Instagram. Even though they're just photos, they are photos of people in front of businesses or having a milkshake or whatever they're doing.
It's the visual attraction.
Exactly, which is why it's so important what Carolyn was talking about, having that visual content, because that's then what comes into those photos that people are posting online. So make sure that you are tuning into those conversations, especially if they are about your business. But don't just listen to the positive. I actually think it's more important to listen to the negative, because the only way you can turn that around is to listen to it. You'll take away from that, hopefully adjust what you're doing in your business, and that'll then become a big positive. But if you're not listening to that negative, you won't go in to understand what it is that's driving people away. Or if they've come in and had a particularly bad experience, how is it that you can make them come back? You need to first understand what it is that the problem was, as well as own it. You need to own it. Admit that it wasn't a great thing and then fix it. The other thing I do want to say about social media is people find it quick.
Yeah, I love quick.
And it's instant. Okay? So you might get on there, post something, get an instant response, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
However, it's actually a marathon. It is not a sprint. It starts off that way, but you'll actually have to keep going. It's not something that you can do for a week and then walk away. If you are going to put yourself out there in the online world, you are going to have to keep at it.
Commitment,
exactly. Everything you do in a business is a commitment. You can't afford to lose sight of any part of what you're doing. The other thing is that I have found that works, and I've had many businesses over the years, and I've got a new startup which has gone quite well with the use of social media. You need to show your customers and potential customers that you appreciate their input. So I have found that offering them some sort of a reward is really a great way to then build your business and build your following. For example, if you're on Facebook and you want to get more likes, likes is what drives people to then use you. If you're putting enough interesting content on there, they might just be there to have a look, but then they'll say, oh, I like what they're doing today. Or if it's in the retail sector, if it's a new design dress or something, I really like that, I'll go and shop there today.
And even if, say, Carolyn likes your page, it'll come up that Carolyn likes your page. Oh, if Carolyn likes it, I like it.
Yeah. There might be one like that might then drive another 10. For example, last week, I wanted to get to 250 likes and I was 17 away. So I posted on there that I was going to give a free service once we got to 250 likes if everybody could like and share my page. And oh my God, that drove so many more new people. And then out of that, I actually got 5 new clients. So
marvelous.
That's the way to do it. You offer a reward for people engaging with you.
Because they want to be engaged. They've gone to your page looking for content because it's of a particular interest to them. And Facebook is so clever at dragging in information that you didn't even know was out there. So once you like one page, it'll come up with others that you might like.
Exactly. Good one, Jo, because that's my next point. The other thing is content. Content is the crux of social media. You've got to have something interesting and to the point. However, it can be very slow and time consuming. So you've just got to make sure that you're not getting sidetracked, which I do. Every night I get sidetracked. So I'll start looking for some good articles for my own research, and then I get in all these little sidetrack. A lot of us don't have time to do that. I tend to be an insomniac, so I've got lots of time to fill in. But for most people that do like to sleep, they can't spend all night on the internet looking for things. So you set up a process for organising feed that'll come into your inbox in your email, for example. That's one way of doing it. And also getting back to building your online presence, and one way was offering a reward that I've already spoken about. Another one is paid advertising, which is actually quite inexpensive and a good way to do it. So you can check out the options there, and that'll certainly build your
boost
Yeah, boost your post. So I actually have done that a couple of times myself, and it's worked quite well.
I've done it accidentally.
The other thing is trust. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Trust is a big one.
Well, face-to-face it is too.
Yeah, and it does. It works across your online presence as well as your face-to-face, and also, Joe, what you're going to be talking about, the on-the-phone presence. Trust takes such a long time to build up. Mm-hmm. In 1 second, you can lose it. So when you are putting things out there, be very mindful of who your audience is. Not just the audience that you're hoping to capture, but the audience that is potentially there that you haven't even thought about as yet.
Like young children. You can share a post that's hilarious to
Adults.
but there's some visual content there that kids just shouldn't see. So you do have to be aware that Facebook is really for kids 13 and up, isn't it?
Getting back to trust and the fact that you can lose it so quickly, one of those ways is if you promise something and then you don't deliver. Biggest mistake in business. I always say under promise and over deliver. If you say that you're going to get back to someone by 2 p.m, make sure that you do that by 2 p.m. Not 5 past, not half past, by 2 p.m. It puts you in a much higher ranking, and if you do what you say that you're going to do, then people will have more respect for you in terms of your business.
Do you know one thing I love about Facebook is when you set up your page as a business person, it makes you answer questions about your business that perhaps you haven't thought of, because anybody can go and open up a new business these days and they can be competing against a business who is doing the same thing. But what makes that business different is they might have sat down and actually answered those questions on Facebook, such as, does your business have any awards? So when you're setting up your page, it asks you all these things, 3 words to describe your business. And you've got to enter these 3 words in so that when people do a search, they come across your business. So you can do all sorts of things to help direct people to your page. And in a way, Facebook makes you think about what your business is.
Stimulates thought.
And going back to what I sort of said at the start, the biggest thing is if you make a mistake, own it. Apologise for it if need be, and let them know that that is something that you're going to deal with and it won't happen again.
And the other thing with Facebook too, the messenger system, we can see straight away, for example, David, that you've seen my message. And if I send you a message to say, hope you're having a nice day, and you don't get back to me for 4 hours, I might say to myself, David's having a great day. He's had a quick look. But if I send you a complaint and I've taken the effort to let you know my negative thoughts about the complaint, and if you just let it sit there and you never get back to me, then David misses that opportunity to fix a customer's point of view of his business. So getting back to what you said at the very start of your...
My spiel?
Do we call it a column?
My spiel.
Your spiel is that our customers come first, even on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, look, mine do. And there was a case over the weekend where we've had a fire quite close to a couple of the towns.
The Lansfield one?
Yeah, the one just out of Lansfield. Now, that's directly behind several of my clients' properties. They're very easy to contact on Facebook. They're all on my page. So I just shot them all a quick message. Hey, guys, hope you're all okay. Yell out if you need a hand. Here to help if need be. And it was a genuine message to them. The response that I've got back from that was just really, really good. They were really appreciative of it. And that's all it takes. And it was so easy to do. It took me 2 seconds to send out a group message to them. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yell out. If people did more of that, they personalised that experience for their clients as well. And from that, will bring more business. Well, I'm hoping, the good karma will come.
And I think that you choose to be like that. You are naturally like that.
I'm naturally like that.
And I think it's a good choice to actually make. If you're not naturally like that, then that's okay. I suppose maybe you should be a solicitor or a legal eagle or something. But you're in a field where you're caring for other people's horses.
Yes.
So you are extending that care to them as people. And I think that would come across quite genuine, Belinda.
It's a very holistic approach to what you
exactly.
do.
Well, I think if you're in a small business as well, my previous businesses have been a lot bigger. I mean, my last business, I had over 7,500 clients. So I couldn't offer... that much service to everyone in the one day.
How are you? Don't get back to me.
But all of them got messages from me at Christmas and at other things, just to make that more personal.
A lot of it is manners as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.